you know that there are things out there that would tear us to pieces.
You're right.
Welcome to a wireless D&D session.
This ugly motherfucker killed a dragon. You got no chance.
We can't have children in this party after everything we've done. It's just not appropriate.
Ivan, can you cast sending?
I could.
Do you think you could send a message to this guy?
Nope.
So you can't use that excuse if you're not willing to actually help.
You're right. I'm not willing to help.
I'll be seeing you again.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me restart because that just reminded me of Space Jam. My kids have been watching Space Jam nonstop, and you know the part where the two mice are announcing, and they talk like this, and then all of a sudden one of them takes a deep breath and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's game. I am your host and dungeon master. My name is Jeff. They call me Jay. It's a pleasure to have you here if you're listening. If not, you're really missing out. Going alphabetically around this virtual tabletop, our cast and crew we have
Aaron playing Finn.
Caroline playing Eva.
Chris is Ugluck.
Doug is Ivan.
Jeff as Sigmund, Whiskey Dollar, Lionetti.
Melissa Scarlet, Whiskey Dollar Lionetti. I never know if we're gonna do the last names or not.
I know you wait for
Me
your
neither.
crew on Jeff. Your Q, not crew. Speaking of crew, Mike, who plays Balar, will be here a little bit later. All right, where last we left off, our brave and wise adventurers are still seeking the Arch Mage. It has been quite some time, quite an adventure since they landed at the Isle of Mages. They infiltrated the Collegium of Magica and found their way through some weird rooms and some elemental guardians, celestial guardians, bound by elemental magic, and made their way through a portal into the Void Realm, which they now know they sit upon the Great Old one of the great titans of old, one of the great beings who was there at the beginning, and also the holder of Ivan's soul. Looking in the distance, they can see the other realms connected via spiderwebs of magic and ways and portals. They have figured out that there are beings living on this other being, and that there's a civilization with competing factions. They have chosen to set that aside, and a little echo there, chosen to set that aside and continue their search for the Arch Mage. They decided to brave the Great Expanse, which was a territory riddled with environmental dangers as well as void worms. I can't remember what they're called. You have to go back and listen. But Vorith, that's it. Void worms that basically eat whatever they can find out in the Great Expanse. They tried to eat a couple of our friends here. They managed to escape and find their way across the Great Expanse to the other side in the Land of the Lost. And upon entering the Land of the Lost, they realized the tracks that they were following split into three different directions, and they weren't sure where to go when they ran across two innocent young lost children, presenting them with seemingly their own lost teddy bear. They befriend them. The two children ask them to follow them, and they make their way to the Lost Ones camp and are led inside. And that is where we ended. I'm going to describe kind of what you see, and then we'll pick it up from there. The two children, the one older girl, his name is Abby, clings to her teddy bear, and she reaches up and grabs Eva's hand as well, because I think Eva and Ugluck were the two that were kind of spearheading the talking there. And the young boy that Balar recognized as someone that you guys have met from your past is also there. They lead you in through, there's two guards holding staffs. They lead you in, and what you walk into is at first a kind of a narrow hallway, and then into semi tent-like structure. It's made from scraps. It's sewn together. There's parts of it that have wood ceiling and are a little bit more sturdy. There's parts of it that look almost like pillow fortish, right? But it nevertheless is fairly large and fairly open. As you continue to walk in, it becomes this almost cave-like appearance. There's hung lanterns hanging around, and there's a giant dead hollowed out oak tree, what looks to be like an oak tree in the center. And kids are, the whole place is kind of full of kids walking around. Most of them seem to be walking with a purpose, whether carrying things or picking things up or walking and talking in groups. And that's kind of the main room. And from there, you see different turn doors leading in different directions. So Abby kind of stops and goes to the nearest one and stops the young boy and says, "Oh, where's Jonas?" And the boy just kind of points and he says, "Someone's about to make the journey. You can catch him down there." And Abby looks up at you and goes, "Follow me." Do you guys follow, or do you want to explore, or do something else?
What's the journey?
Well, the journey is, well, it's a punishment, really. It's when someone hurts the group, we punish with a purpose. That's what Jonas says, and we send them off to the great expanse with enough stuff to last for however long we hope they last, in hopes that they find a way across.
What did they do?
I don't know. I've been exploring. I've been trying to find. We're always looking for food and water and things of need. So I just got back with you.
Where's this Jonas?
Well, she'll point. He's over here where the person's doing the journey.
Oh,
Thank you, Abby.
You're welcome. Follow me. Jonas is our leader. Jonas will be able to tell us what to do. And she's like she's got this kind of air of innocence. Now that she's back home, her comfort level is up a little bit. Intelligent enough to kind of see through some stuff, but still, very young and naive. In the kind of ways of the world, and very trusting, right? That's why she's led you straight here. That's why she's, assumes that you guys are all fine. So you continue on down the hallway, and it quickly opens up into it turns from inside to outside, essentially. So you've entered like a camp, right, where parts of it are inside, parts of it are outside, and they've got this makeshift almost city or colony here. It's quite a walk away to get to the edge of this camp, and they basically pull up right next to the edge of the great expanse, and they stop at kind of the nearest piles of random crap to your left and right. And there's a large group of kids, and it kind of angles down. They're all watching, and Jonas is down there with another kid, and he's given him essentially giant planks of wood, and you see other random bits of like stone or giant books, there's one giant round clock, and they're essentially marched into the great expanse, right? And these people are obviously know that there's things under the ground that will get you, and they've purposefully, much like Ivan did in standing on something to protect themselves, they're placing these things as they walk out, and you see these things kind of continue to go off in the distance. They're trying to find a way across the great expanse, and as you guys kind of pick up on that, you hear Jonas look to the crowd, and Jonas is Dragonborn male. He's a little bit older than most of the kids around here. He's pretty close to manhood, probably like 17 years old. Speaks with an air of authority, and his left arm is like a lighter shade than the rest of his body, and it looks as if it's beginning to fade a little bit. But he raises his right arm, and his right arm he holds this like makeshift mace, and and he kind of quiets the rest of the kids, very much almost Lord of the Flies ish. All right, you all know why we're here, and we take no pleasure in it. But Sam here broke the cardinal rule. Sam surrendered another to the Mad Hatter, and you hear like this, like, child like boo go across the thing, and you see Sam kind of start to cry a little bit, and Sam, he's probably 12, 13 years old. I was just trying to save myself. I just didn't want to die. I was just scared. And Jonas kind of puts his hand on him. Goes, I know you were scared, and I get that. But if we're gonna make this work, we've got to do it as a group. And you put yourself before the group, and now you can put the group before everyone.
Excuse me, sir.
Everyone turns because no one recognizes your voice. So you get like 30 kids turn to look at you.
Who's the Mad Hatter?
Who the hell are you?
My name is Sigmund Whiskey Dollar Lionetti. We are the Modley Crew.
There's like this silence, and then everyone turns from you to Jonas to kind of see what he's gonna do. And Jonas kind of is caught in this indecision. He looks and sees Abby holding your hand, and you can't see it, but you can see him like swear under his breath. And he looks at Sam, and he looks at another kid close to him, and he nods, and he says, watch Sam. And he walks up to you to get kind of he's trying to get out of earshot. Abby, who are your friends? Where'd you find them? And what the hell are they doing here? And Abby takes a little step back. Well, they and she'll point kind of towards the Great Expanse. We saw them. They crossed the Great Expanse, and I thought they could help. Jonas takes a deep breath. You didn't think that maybe it's another trick? You didn't think the Mad Hatter may have sent them? Or someone else, some other, I don't know, matter eater, something? Have you gotten them checked out by Granny? And Abby lets go of your hand briefly, and this kind of scared look up at you guys. No. Jonas sighs. I understand you have questions. Let me finish what I'm doing. Nope. Let me finish what I'm doing. And then I'll answer your questions. And without waiting for you, he tells Abby, if you would please give them a tour, and I'll meet you at Granny's. And then he walks back down. Abby, kind of a little scared of you guys now at this point because she hasn't really thought it all the way through. Says, please follow me, please. Do you guys follow or do you stay?
Uglak follows Jonas.
Okay.
Follow Nugluck.
He's following Jonas, or he's following Abby?
Abby's the one that's leading the way.
Jonas.
Jonas is the one that's going back down to Sam.
Yeah, I'm with Uglak too.
Okay, everyone looks at Abby. Abby, who's going one way, and as long as no one's going with her, she starts walking that way and pauses, and then realizes no one's following her. And you hear go, oh no, as you guys continue to follow Jonas. Jonas feels you, and he refuses to turn around as these 30 other kids are watching him. And he eventually makes it to the top, and he's back to Sam. And he looks down at Sam without turning to acknowledge you guys at all. Sam, I'm sorry, but we all end. You have a chance to fight and save the rest of us. Good luck. And then he waits and gives Sam a chance to kind of go out on his own before he starts to push him. But he's not going to push yet.
Uglak's going to say, wait, what's going to happen to him?
Hopefully, and he's doing this kind of quiet because he doesn't want anybody to hear. The rest of the 30 kids are all kind of watching you very intently. Hopefully, he makes it across the great expanse in one piece and is able to come and tell us how to get the hell out of here. But we've been here for a very long time, and it's obvious no one else has found a way yet. So
Ugluck's gonna say, this is no chance for survival. You're not doing anything that you actually think will happen. There's actually hope for him to come back and help you.
he's like, I mean, he giggles a little bit like that. He's like, how the hell would you know? What other choice? You know nothing about us. You know nothing about the lives we live. I don't know who the fuck you are. Right now, you are just as much a danger to us as he is, probably even more so. I need you, if you are any friend of Abby or friend of ours or anything like that, to take a deep breath and let us do what we do. Because if you come in here and disrupt this, it's gonna be chaos.
I'm gonna say,
look around you. They're kids. They're all kids. If you scare them, if you change things too quickly, it's not going to be good in a place like this.
I'm gonna say, I understand that he did something, and he's got to go out there. Give him just a minute. Let him come with us. Let's have a talk, and maybe we can give you an actual chance to learn something about out there.
Roll a persuasion check.
While this conversation's happening, can I find what I perceive to be the second oldest kid here and detect thoughts on him?
Yeah, you look around. For the most part, there's a wide range of kids. I mean, just as young as like 4 or 5, like my son's age, to there are probably a couple other like that are pretty close to Jonas's age, like 17, roughly 17, 18 years old. Yeah.
Just somebody else that looks like
Sure.
they may be along, like one of his
Yeah.
peers, and just kind of think if they feel like he is justified or if he's
So surface level thoughts, you get a curiosity of you, and you get a it's understanding is probably a good word of Jonas's position, right? Like the person you're reading is not like
they feel like it's justified.
They're not like resentful. They're like, this is the way it is,
okay,
and this is what we have to. You get that, yeah.
Okay.
You want to go deeper?
No.
Okay.
I would like to do one more thing with these kids. Like in the last episode, they're not evil, so then that kind of sent me down a rabbit hole. Though I don't know. I don't think I have any like magic or anything. I guess I can look at features and traits, but what I want to try to do is see if somehow these are souls that the Great Old One owned, like all these kids.
You can roll a religion check. While you're doing that, Ugluck, as you say that, he begins to kind of shake his head. I will lose control if I give you an inch. It will unravel, and I've seen it unravel before. I want to believe that you're gonna. I also don't know. You could. There are if you were truly cross the great expanse, you know that there are things out there that would tear us to pieces. I don't know what else this world could throw at us, but you could be the next thing.
I'm gonna look at him when he says that, and I'm gonna whisper to him so that no one else can hear. You're right. I could be. I'm not asking for you to give an inch. I'm asking for you to answer the little one's questions. And we are going to go into the Great Expanse, and he will still go. Set a guard around him, set whatever you need, and he can go with us. And you'll either get answers, or you'll get your result that you want anyway.
All right. I'm assuming you're trying to intimidate.
Unfortunately, because the other didn't work.
Go ahead and you switch tactics. Go ahead and roll intimidation. Ivan,
But it's only so he can hear.
I understand. With the 12.
Oh no.
You can't tell like if anyone has ever owned their souls or anything like that. You can tell though that these all these are all beings that have souls. They haven't been taken yet. Jonas takes a quick minute to look down at his fading left hand, and then he kind of, he grips his mace like a little tighter, like he was gripping it just, out of like a show of authority. He grips it a little tighter and widens his feet a little bit, and he leans in to whisper to you, "My time's coming to an end anyway. If you're gonna do it, and then they're all your fucking problem. Otherwise, let me do what I've got to do."
And Ugluk is going to stand up, take out his... No, I'm just kidding. And he's going to kind of look over his shoulder to Eva, like... Magic? Help me.
Oh, I don't know what I can do, Ugluk. I'll try to cast friends on
What's the save?
Jonas. It is no save. I cast at will. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes you use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile towards you.
So advantage on persuasion checks.
Yeah, and I'll just say...
How long is the spell last?
It is concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay.
And I'll say, I think what Ugluk says has a lot of merit. Maybe we should try and listen to him.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion with advantage.
I have -1, so it's probably just as bad as Ugluk's. All right. 17.
Okay. The 17, you watch his eyes kind of glaze over a little bit, and he lowers his mace that he had kind of begun to raise a little bit, and says, "You know what? I think that's probably for the best. Sam, why don't you accompany us, and we'll talk with the strangers, and we'll see what we can do with you." And he'll look to the rest of the group. "It appears we have new friends, and they've come to help. And perhaps Sam can still be of some use to the group." And Sam is weeping at this point. He's just he's about to walk into the fucking worm minefield, and now he's not. He's just like, oh my god. And Jonas looks up and sees Abby, and he goes, all right, let's go see Granny." And begins to walk off. You guys follow?
Yeah, but who's the Mad Hatter?
You say that, and he's like, I'll tell you. Just give me, just not. We don't. And he's pointing the rest of the group. He's like, just hold on.
I'll take Abby's hand and just kind of give it a little tap and just say, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for you to get in trouble, Abby."
Okay. She make a persuasion check on her without advantage because she's
Right, yeah. 14.
Okay, 14 is good enough. She squeezes your hand back, and it's good enough because she's just kind of ready to. It's nice to have someone older who is new, who is like, all right, taking care. So she kind of squeezes your hand back, and no, it's okay. I know you're here.
We didn't hear anything you're saying.
Me?
Yeah.
It's okay. I know you're here to help. You're here to help. Sorry, I whisper when I try and talk like a 7-year-old girl. Mike, just to catch up a little bit. Hello, Mike, for our listeners.
What is up?
What has happened is you've walked into the Lost Ones colony here. You've made your way down to where they were beginning to punish someone by having him travel along a pathway, like a built pathway across the Great Expanse. The pathway was being built to protect them from the void worms out there, and they're obviously trying to find a way out of the Land of the Lost or find a way out of this realm or something. And this is obviously the punishment they have if someone betrays the group in some way, in a rather severe way. So the party has rescued a kid named Sam, who was about to be sent out there, and cast friends on Jonas, the leader of the Lost Ones. And he is now taking them to see someone named Granny. You make your way back. You don't make it quite to the main room. You're still in kind of this outside area in between random piles of crap, kind of the safe area. When Jonas, who was kind of leading the pack, you see him just stop, almost like come to. He stops, grips his mace, and who would be right behind him?
Ugluck.
Ugluck's
Probably
probably right
Ugluck,
behind.
huh?
That's all right. Ugluck's not here, but he's probably right behind him. He whips around, raises his mace in like a battle ready stance. Give me one reason why I shouldn't. And he looks like at all of you. He's like, "Well, why I shouldn't fight you right now? What'd you do to me?"
I guess.
Sam is still bawling in the back. He's like bawling. He's right beside him.
I cast Hold Person on him.
What's
I was
the
about
save?
to as well.
15. Wisdom.
He fails. So he's held. Can he talk?
He's paralyzed.
Okay, can't talk.
And I go, can he talk?
He actually ends up, he's in his battle ready stance. So you cast Hold Person. He's still kind of just rigid at that point.
And I go up to, so he said why I shouldn't do this, and I'll go up to him, and I'll go, this ugly motherfucker killed a dragon, and you got no chance.
Who are you pointing at?
Ugly.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know if if my brain melted into one, then I do know that he killed a dragon or a dragon was killed. I forget what person I was at that time.
Make an intimidation check.
Do I get advantage because he's being held?
Sure, because you seamlessly immobilize them. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Oh my God.
You see, like he
No, well, it's 11. It's 11.
I mean, 11's still not really good. But 11, we'll say 11 for the first persuasion / intimidation roll that's been, since casting friends. It's enough for you to see kind of he can't move. He gives you no telltale sign of anything, but his eyes kind of like, which were, battle ready, kind of widen and like weaken a little bit. Like that's about the only thing you're gonna get.
And then I turn to Sam, and while he's frozen, I'm being like, "Are you ready to lead?"
Sam, you turn to Sam. He starts crying even louder. And he runs up and surprisingly he runs and like clings to Jonas.
I'm gonna kind of just like try to slide in between him and Sam and kind of like shoo Sam away for just a minute and be like, "Listen, Jonas, man, we're not trying to come in here and get up all in your gang or whatever. Like we're not trying to do that."
Yeah, we just want to kill people.
His eyes go wide.
Am I helping Eva?
No, shut up, Ivan. This group is ridiculous. This big guy right here, he can't not help what he thinks to be poor, defenseless people. So we're not trying to get up on your turf. We'll go to see Granny or whoever it is. We're just trying to get through the expanse, same as you. And we're not trying to get up all in your space. We're not here to hurt you. We just want to help.
He's already intimidated, but why don't you go ahead and roll another persuasion check without advantage because you're not
right.
Frenching.
-1. Let's see how terrible this is. 9.
Okay. Okay. He gives no outward, like he's paralyzed, so he can't do anything. So I'm not
Somebody
sure
with better persuasion talk.
what you want him to do. He's already intimidated by Ivan, so he's not about to like yell for the cavalry or anything. But he has no way of telling you guys that at this point, unless you guys want to drop hold person because he's paralyzed.
Look, why don't you pick him up and Sam, point the way to Granny's, or Abby, point the way to Granny's.
Yeah, Abby's like, okay.
How's your persuasion, Uglug?
Oh, I've already failed. I failed persuasion. I failed intimidation for the first time ever. I've typed in the chat. I've intimidated vampires, arch mages, you name it. But this little kid does not care.
I love this guy.
But anyway,
Finn looks like a little kid. He wants to try.
Okay, what do you want to do to him?
I'm just gonna walk out up to him and say, "Do what he told you to." I'm gonna summon the tentacle, behind him, and tickle him with it, and rolled a natural 20.
So.
I tickle people in every campaign.
This is
go-to move.
Yeah, there's kids looking around and they see their leader getting tickled by a tentacle and they're like, "This is weird and uncomfortable." But the
it's very persuasive though.
I was gonna say
I didn't say my penis is a tentacle.
You see in his eyes like there's this mix of like I am equal parts scared. And it's also the first time, if I wasn't paralyzed, that I would have laughed in a long time. So the fight has kind of gone out of him. He's still paralyzed, so I don't know what you want to do.
I'll pick him up.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just doing what Eva tells me to do. I'll pick him up.
And he's like, okay.
I'm gonna pick him up when I do. I'm gonna say it didn't have to come to this.
Abby's like, all right, well, let's go see Granny. You make your way through the camp. The Granny's place is kind of tucked away. So you pass a couple of focal points, we'll say. If you want to stash them away, you pass the hollow oak again. On second glance, you see it's got old carvings and it's been hollowed out because there are tons and tons of like trinkets and stuffed animals and things that kids like, toys placed in there. And upon first glance, you can't tell why. You pass in one of the outer regions a broken clock tower. You pass a door or like curtains really, and you see down. You're looking into like a broken down amphitheater. and there's marionettes and dolls, and there's some kids sitting in there, and there's obviously like a play going on. You pass a very quiet room with what looks to be a well in it, and then eventually you come to a eventually you come to what looks like a field with stars in the sky, and then as you kind of go further in, you realize it's this giant like tent, and they're not stars, they're very tiny lanterns, filling the place with like this green light almost. There's like green specks at the top of the lantern, they're all floating. And Abby kind of gets closer to Eva as she enters this place, and Sam, who doesn't know whether he should leave or not, has like quit crying, and he's just like, he has no clue who to, like, Ugluck is carrying Jonas. He is equal parts scared of Ugluck and Jonas, and he has no clue really what to do, but he's hovering around both of them because somehow he's not entering in the Great Expanse at this point, and he doesn't really know what to do. So you've got two kids, you've got a paralyzed teenager. How long does hold person last?
1 minute.
Okay. So I'm
gonna
say
grapple him as soon as grapple the thing. Like I just
yeah,
wanna
go
hold
ahead.
him.
Go
I wanna
ahead.
keep on, I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, roll an athletics check.
All right, I do good at athletics. See if my dice will cooperate. 22.
I mean, he rolled a 3. So he essentially, you grapple him, and he's not like fighting. He's like, it's fine. You've convinced we're going to see Greenie anyway. She's gonna be able to tell us one way or the other. There's nothing I can do. I equal parts am scared. And
How old is he?
Believe he's like 17. I'm
gonna put him on my shoulders, like over on my neck.
Okay.
And hold his hands.
He's like slightly giggling. He's like, no, I don't need. I'm okay. And then like he just resigns with a 3. He just resigns. Like he's just like, this is embarrassing. This is. And you can
next time listen to your elders.
You can hear in his voice like this. It's like when your kid is like, no, stop it, and they're like, no, keep going. Like you can hear that in his voice.
Can I just have a quick check? How old is Ugluck?
He's old for an orc. I can't remember. I'll have to.
He's
look.
old for.
He's in his 20s.
Like,
he's old,
which is like middle
orc.
age for an orc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I like how he said, look after your elders, and he's like 2 years older.
Yeah, he's like,
That's
he's
right.
like, I think he's like 27 or 28 or something like that, right?
I'm 18 years old. which is middle aged for an
That's
orc.
fantastic.
I'm 18.
How old is Eva?
I don't canon.
Whatever
it is.
That's a really good point because technically Eva is younger than Ugluck.
Well, I can change mine. I can be 22, 23. I just wrote that down randomly.
Ugluck's 22 and Eva can be whatever, you know.
Yeah, we'll call me 22.
We can't have children in this party after everything we've done. It's just not appropriate.
Let's call me 25. I'm 25.
Why not?
I'm
25.
Vince 12.
I'm just joking.
Finn's 12. Finn has been hammered.
I fought Finn at one, but I would never do that. You can't be 12.
Never.
Finn has been getting hammered and laid since he's 9. Unbelievable.
Got a
Pirate
good
life,
influence of a
ladies and
big brother there.
Yeah. An absentee big brother. Sorry. All right, I digress. The he semi enjoys the piggyback ride, and he's like, all right, whatever. And you make your way into the lantern fields, and Abby leads you back, and she kind of clings to you, Ava, and like it's obvious she doesn't like being here. It's a place she doesn't like. And as you walk up, there's another group of kids, much smaller group of kids this time, surrounding a table, a long metal table, and it's made out of stone, and there is the brief outline of what looks to be like a 6-year-old little girl, but you don't even know if it's real. Like it's so faded, it looks almost like a ghost. And behind it is this little old lady, little old gray hair, sweet. She's got a cane. This little old granny. Um, and you hear her. Now, children, we know that the end comes for us all, and it's unfortunate that it should happen here. But it is fortunate that Samantha is surrounded by her loved ones, her friends. And you know that Granny will take good care of her in the meantime. Would anyone like to say anything? And a couple of young kids, mutter a couple of things, and there's a lot of tears, and then I miss you, um, and then Granny is like, well, now all that's left is to wait. It shouldn't be long now, and she holds out this small little lantern, and as you guys continue to watch and look on, Granny kind of closed her eyes. I can feel it. It's happening. Come on, Samantha. Granny will take good care of you. And this like energy, this greenish energy, begins to leave this outline as the outline like dissolves, like the outline fades into nothingness of this 6-year-old little girl, and this energy like escapes, and Granny kind of captures it, and then whispers and floats it up to the ceiling to join the stars, and join the rest of your friends. Granny will watch over you now. It's at that point that she realizes you guys are here. Oh, I see we have visitors. New life. What do I owe the pleasure?
We're
Go ahead.
we're looking for an Arch Mage.
Jonas starts talking too. Jonas is like, no. They're not looking for anything. Just hold on. Granny, these are our visitors, and we need you to just do a quick check. And Granny heard both. Granny heard the Arch Mage and the check, and she looks at you and Jonas and you and Jonas. Oh, you mean the Mad Hatter? Oh yes, we see him around every now and then. I'm sure that we could come to some arrangement. And of course, Jonas dearie, I'll give them a quick check. Come closer. And she beckons you all closer. What do you do?
Check for what? Lice?
Well, check to see if you any harmful intentions.
Oh. I kind of eyeball Ivan really quickly.
Sir.
Towards you or
Eva will
others?
walk forward.
Towards the group, towards the children. The children. I'm here to look after the children. Eva walks forward, and
Uglock will walk forward.
Uglock walks forward.
With
Granny.
Jonas still on his shoulders.
Okay. Granny, the first thing she's gonna do is cast Detect Thoughts. Let me ask you guys, what are your just surface level thoughts?
Eva is thinking, what the fuck was that? We just saw. That's surface level.
Surface level thoughts that she's getting.
Nothing. No. still thinking about trying to find the mage to help Sigmund.
Is this song? You're like humming a song in your head, and Granny's like just tapping her foot. No. All right. So she.
I like the thought that Uglock's just nothing there.
Blank
just-
slate up there. Like, what? Something happens. I don't need to worry about this.
Just white noise constantly.
It's like a seashell.
Just like our friends out in Philadelphia.
So she gets those base things. I guess because you two are the first ones up, she is going to try and delve deeper. Do you want to stop her?
I'll tell her. I'll say, ma'am, I'm a magic user. I know what it is you're doing, and I will elect to fail my saving throw and let her probe deeper.
Okay. What she's looking for specifically is, well, at first she wants to know if you are there on behalf of the being that you know as the Arch Mage, and if kind of you are who you say you are.
Mm-hmm. I want to almost just like take her hand, like in my mind mentally, like I can feel her up there and just kind of like take her hand and like show her like this has been the last like 48 hours. Like,
Okay, all right. So
you know,
yep, you give her this, so she now knows kind of you all who you are, and who you're looking for, and a little bit about why. As you mentioned that you're a magic user, then you feel her hug away. Well, first you feel her fixate on your path across the Great Expanse. You feel her fixate on going through the portal. I mean, like obsessively. She is memorizing every detail about where that portal is, how you got there, how you got from there to here. She is memorizing all of that. She's memorizing the being you spoke with, the details. I mean, she spends a lot of time, and the rest of you are kind of waiting as she's like meticulously pouring through that. And then, you know, you sense like an understanding of like the Archmage did that too. Like he did that too, right? And you in turn get like a little clicking, like something clicked in her head. And then she is going to immediately kind of try and pull away from your hand that you're guiding her with. She's going to start roaming, and you're going to feel her begin to roam for your knowledge of magic. And she's trying to feel out your knowledge of magic.
and then I will try and I'll do a saving throw.
But yeah, okay, all right, make a saving throw.
What is it? Wisdom?
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Or intelligence?
Should know that because I just got
Wisdom.
I don't have it pulled up. It's a wisdom. It's a wisdom, according to our DM.
Well,
Okay.
at least my version of it is.
If you're within 10 feet of me, you get a +2 to a saving throw.
That's 24 plus 2 is 26.
Okay, wham! You. She
Shut her
is
down.
almost like takes a step back from you, and like it's enough to like give her a headache.
Almost, I just like raise an eyebrow at her and be like,
Can't blame an old woman for trying to learn something new. I just, whoo! Oh, Jonas, you are gonna have. She immediately became Irish. You're gonna have some choices to make. You have some powerful acquaintances. I wouldn't call them friends, but nor are they your enemies. And the rest, I'll leave it up to you to decide. And it's like an obvious dismissal. And she's like, "All right, they're all yours, Jonas. Leave me, children. I'll take good care of your friend."
That's it? You don't know where to find the Mad Hatter?
She's like lost in her thoughts. She's still thinking about what happened to Eva. She like finally kind of almost hears you, and no, I don't know where the Mad Hatter is. The Arch Mage, as you know him.
What about Vecna?
Roll an insight check. Or I'm sorry, roll a perception check.
Roll a perception check. It says it's not connected. 16. No. Sorry, 14 plus 7 is 21.
That's much better. You see a shiver run down her spine. It's connected there.
No, that's not what I rolled.
That's a 19. Either way, it's still very good. Don't say that name. Not here. Not there. Not anywhere. I know of whom you speak. And what was the other question you asked?
Vecna?
No, the other one.
Mad Hatter?
Mad Hatter, yeah, no. Jonas will be able to tell you where the Mad Hatter is. Do not say that name here, as it only draws attention to a place that doesn't need to be.
Fine, I won't say Vecna anymore.
if she's still reading surface level thoughts after he says Vecna, I go, what, was she married with her? Not married to him? Like that? That's my
uh,
for this whole time.
you say again, and she like shivers, and she shouts at Jonas at that point. Take them away. I'm done with them. Come and see me if you have any more questions later, but leave me be.
Ugluck looks up to him and says,
I was
which
like,
way,
Jonas,
buddy?
Jonas is like kicking. He's like, can you just put me? We can just go. We can go to the kitchens and talk over. You guys are probably hungry. Let me just.
Ugluck's gonna let go of one hand and tickle his side and say, "Are we friends?"
Okay. It's all right. No harm, no foul. Just I can't go walking around the camp on the shoulders of a giant orc man. Okay, it's not a good look.
He's trying to be cool, Ugluck.
Ugluck's gonna put him down and say, "Never mind. He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna put him down."
All right. That was a first. That was all right. Granny, they're good. And he's like double checking. Granny's waving him. Like, all right, you guys are fine. Sam, he'll look back to Ugluck from what you first asked him. Sam, go to your room. Stay there. We'll come get you and touch base in a little bit. Sam, you're still in trouble. I don't want you to sit there thinking you're not in trouble or be worried about the what ifs or whatnot. I don't know what's going to happen. You are still in trouble.
Telepathically in Sam's head, I was like, you're not in trouble, Sam. It's okay.
Sam is freaking the fuck out. Sam doesn't know who said that. Sam begins to look around and immediately just sprints. He just takes off. Like, have you ever seen Angels in the Outfield? And
Yes.
he knows the part where they're playing like backyard baseball, and he's like, "Just do what I tell you, and you'll be fine." And then he's like, someone gets a hit, and he's like, "All right, run home!" And the kid just takes off and starts sprinting back towards his house. That's what he's just like, "Run home!" And he runs back to wherever his living quarters are. Jonas is like, "That was fucking weird. Follow me," and he walks back, and he leads you, past a couple of the sites you saw before, leads you to the kitchen. And I would say at this point, you guys took a long rest. We'll say it's mid-morning. There's really shouldn't be a whole lot of people eating. He walks in and grabs, and it's like, it is the definition of mush. It's probably a combination of whatever dirt and edible things they could find, heated over a fire. It is mush. But he grabs this big piling thing of crap, and he asks the couple of kids in there to give them some privacy and leave. And so you guys look around, and you're at kind of these makeshift tables, and you're all alone. And Jonas sits down, and he kind of says, "Help yourself," and takes a seat, takes a bite. So you're looking for the Arch Mage, or the Mad Hatter, as it were. It sounds like.
Yes.
We can get to that because he terrorizes us, and if you're looking for him and you're not a threat to us, it means you're an enemy to him. But I guess my first question is, how the fuck did you guys pass the Great Expanse, and can it be done again with 250 small children?
You're all dead.
That doesn't phase, but believe it or not, it doesn't phase him. He's like, yeah, I mean, tell me something I don't know. So
I'm going to turn to Eva and be like, Eva, how many kids can you teleport at one time?
Not that many.
Oh.
How did you find yourself here, Jonas?
I don't know. No one knows. That's the point. I mean, that's why we call this place that's why we're the Lost Ones. We're the Lost. We have no memory of who we were or who would be looking for us or wanting us. I think that we all assume, based on so you have to talk to Lisa. Lisa is our storyteller. Before I came here years ago, there wasn't a great track record of keeping like a history. And so every now and then we institute a new storyteller. They keep track of everything, and best we've been able to piece together. The people who come here are people who no one is looking for, who are not remembered, who are lost both physically and I don't know, emotionally or spiritually or whatever you want to call it. But we have no one looking for us. We are people who are not going to be remembered, people who are lost, and I think. I don't know if something has to happen to us to get us here. Like if we have to not remember ourselves either, we don't know. That's the part we don't know. But best we come up with, we are from other places, and no one knows of us or remembers us or is missing us, which is depressing as hell when you lived here for years. So,
How long has the longest one of you been here?
longest, well, did you see Samantha? We call that the vanishing, and that happens normally around year 10. So Samantha was quick. Sometimes it happens faster, sometimes it happens sooner, but the average is 10. Samantha, I don't know if she had less people back wherever she's from who knew. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why it happens quicker sometimes than others, but I can tell you that I've been here for 8 years, and he looks down at his his left arm that's kind of fading and going. It's just like it's almost like losing color. And he said, "I can tell you that I've been here for 8 years, and based on this, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time left."
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. After 8 years, there's always something new on the other side, right? I mean, there's a whole world in those lanterns. But he's like, I'm not going to those lanterns. I'll die. I'll try the Great Expanse before I vanish. I mean, death will take me wherever it's going to take me before I end up in that old crazy woman's lanterns.
So how did new people find this place, or how did they show up?
The ones that make it, they end up in the land of the lost and end up traveling. We have search parties that venture out every now and then. Abby and Matthew were on one of them. Most of the time, we send them in, 6 to 10 people for safety. I have to debrief Abby because she was sent out with another group of 5, and only her and Matthew came back. So, but yeah, we send out search parties. We try and round up kids who end up. I don't know how they end up here. They just pop into existence. We've asked them. There's not like this magical, portal or something that people pop through.
Yeah.
If we had one, we'd try and obviously. Well, we can get to that. We can get to that.
I've got good news for you.
I'm all ears.
The Mad Hatter carries a book. A really powerful book. And in that book may be the secret to get you guys out of here.
Are you trying to deceive him or persuade him? He's gonna roll an insight check on you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you can roll deception or
it's
perception.
It's the same either way.
Yeah.
Well, my modifier is plus 12. Should I roll it?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
So you're gonna pass. So he's like, well, that is the All right. So wait, I want to hear all about that.
Yeah.
Because I think that we can help each other there. I have been there's like almost a sense of guilt, and he like eyeballs Uglug. I have been sending children across the Great Expanse, and we've had kids who deserve it. We've had kids who he pauses to catch themselves, like may not have, but I had to have some sort of order here because it was Lord of the Flies before I got here. The book you read as a child. How did you get across the Great Expanse? Is there something on the other side?
We came down like a wormhole, and like we talked to a guy. It was this whole thing. I kind of dropped abacus beads for a while, but I don't think that long.
The Mad Hatter opened up a portal. That's how we got here.
Oh yeah,
Thomas.
that too.
All right, so the Mad Hatter is the key to all this, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything like you guys do to make him come here? Like you said he terrorizes you guys.
Yeah, he terrorizes us because he knows we exist, and it's fun to pick on kids, I guess. I don't know. I have my own suspicions that he needs. He take when I say terrorize, he kidnaps us. He takes some of us, right?
Yeah.
Every now and then. That's why we keep Granny around. Granny is normally strong enough to deter him, or at least make him not want to fight too hard. And so he normally gets away with one or two of us. It's a very harsh reality of our world. We don't have a lot of defenses for magic, so Granny's what we got. We're just, it is what it is. So the Mad Hatter comes in and.
Well, I got something a little better than Granny.
I don't understand.
Ugluck.
Look at Ugluck. I mean, what's he gonna do? Tickle him? I don't. I mean, I'll take your word for it. But listen,
Ugluck's gonna touch his battle axe and he says, "In a way."
All right, Tickler. I believe you. And he gives a little smile. Listen, the Mad Hatter. You should know a couple things. We don't have a good idea. If we knew where he was, I would try and plan some sort of attack on him. Right. Best guess is that he is on the other side of the Land of the Lost, which is where we're at. Right. You guys are now in the Land of the Lost. In the Land of the Lost, there are things called matter eaters. If you've encountered any, basically beings that walk around and just eat matter. They eat things. I mean, they turn them into nothing, including people. So we try not to venture out a whole lot unless it's for food, water, or supplies. And that's all I realize. So I don't know how to get to the other side. We don't have a great map. I have an unfinished map. And I can get you probably part of the way. Or, and he pauses. Wait right here. He's let me just give you 10 minutes. And I'll be right back. I think I have something that you might be interested in. He takes off.
Okay.
Leaves you guys alone for 10 minutes. You want to talk about anything, or are you good?
I'm just gonna be like, man, so guys, can you guys think of any way we can lure this guy here? He likes to kidnap people. Maybe he's got a type.
You could do.
He can kidnap me and I can kill him.
Yeah, we can use Scarlet as bait, and she can kill him.
Or if he's after kids and he's gonna look Sigmund up and down and not say anything else.
Okay. Well, I guess we could use one of the kids as bait.
And he's gonna look at Sigmund again. He's just say, or he's gonna look him up and down again. A little more obvious this time.
Oh.
Your kid size is what he's trying to say.
Oh. I don't know that I pass as a kid. I think this rugged jawline, I don't think is common amongst kids.
We can just shave you clean shaven. Clean. You can be clean shaven and you might look like a baby face.
Nobody wants babyface Sigmund.
But then he could pass as a kid.
No, I used the beard to hide my double chin. Stop.
Oh, I feel so bad for these kids. I don't know. You think if I banished them, they'd go back to their plane of existence where they were supposed to be?
Yeah, I thought of that. But
isn't there a lot of them?
It's kind of scary to test on a kid, right?
Yeah.
Because, what if they're from the barrows and you send them into like a volcano by accident, because like it just sends them to Aeronor, right? Not the specific place.
I don't know. Aranor's pretty fucked up right now anyway.
That's
so
true.
I guess
That's true.
Yeah,
They're probably better off here.
I don't know about better off, but
Jonas gets back and he's like, you know what, you guys are fine. You're actually better off. It's really Joe down there. Oh man. All right. Around that point, Jonas does become running back. What'd you say?
What?
We're all good? No,
We're
no,
just-
nothing.
we were just
there's like this-
discussing how we feel so horribly for the children that are here, and
Yeah, me too.
hopefully we can find a way to get you guys in a better spot.
Yeah, I mean, we want to go home. I think that some kids here, especially the new ones, want to believe that when they go home, they will get their memories back and they will realize that they have a mom and a dad and people who have been searching for them and loving them and all that crap. And
They're probably
I just want to go home so I can look up at the sky and flip this place the bird and it can know I beat it. And then, I don't know. Not have kids. That's what I want to do. I want to not have kids. But I digress. He unrolls this parchment and he says, listen, we have this. It's this giant map essentially that I did not make out, so it's all going to be auditory. And he shows one side of it. He goes, you guys are here, and it's got the map of the Lost One. It just says Lost One's Colony, and to the left of it is basically the entire land of the Lost, and it only goes a little bit far back. You see one side is a great expanse, the other side is filled with like this maze between piles of random crap, and it just grays out. And that's kind of the extent of what we know, right? Our people don't border beyond here. It gets very dangerous, and you run into a greater chance of meeting the Mad Hatter there. Okay. This, and he points to the other side of the map where like the other side of the Lost One's colony, and it's a it is it's got the word carnival written on it. It looks like a tent, and then further down looks like a tunnel kind of goes through, and then in big bold black letters it is there's the word written home. And then beyond home, there's another tunnel, and it looks like it circles all the way back around to kind of where the back of the map would be, essentially where the left side, or that maze is leading. And he kind of looks at it and goes, listen, this has been here. This is past when I got here, right? And it's passed down from person to person who leads the colony. In our records, there are people who have tried to go, he's pointing towards like the carnival route, tried to go this way, and it has never ended well. There are, I don't know, we don't really know, but what we do know is we hear lots of screams and shouts and pain, and no one ever comes back. So I don't know if they make it through and he points to home, or end up going home. I don't know if that means we get to go home to like our own place, or if that's like a better place than this. I don't know. What I do know is that it looks like it heads towards the back of the map, right? Which is what I assume to be past Land of the Lost, which is where we believe the Mad Hatter is. So your options are the maze and the Matter Eaters and whatever other dangers lie in the unknown, or this, and you help us get home. And he'll emphasize home.
Or we try to lure him in.
How?
With a nice new succulent child?
How often does he come by, Jonas?
Time is weird here, so best guess once every month or so.
Ooh. Well, that kind of time, guys. When's the
He
last
hasn't
time he came?
He hadn't been around in a while. I don't know. I'd have to go talk to Lisa. That's the storyteller I told you about. She keeps track of most of the stuff. But it's been a while, so you guys may be in luck, I guess. I mean, this is kind of dreary because I don't want him to come around. So it means someone, possibly me, is going to get taken by this asshole. You're telling me that
If
if
he
we-
wanted you, he would have took you already.
I don't know what that says about me, but okay. You're telling me that you want him to come here.
We just want to. All we want to do is find this guy.
While all this is going on, Ugluk wants to try to sneak away.
Roll a stealth check with advantage because he's focused on he is adamant. He's like home. He sees home and he's like home. Mad Hatter. You guys want to get to the Mad Hatter? You said the Mad Hatter knows how to cross the Great Expanse. He's got the portal. He's trying to get the Mad Hatter and get home. You want the Mad Hatter? How does that help us get home?
The book.
Okay. Okay. Oh, look, you officially sneak away. All right, so I don't have any control of when he shows up. You can maybe, if you want to... I'm not sending any of what I consider to be my family out there to lure him back here. So, like, if you're wanting me to send somebody out to chase him back...
I'm going to turn to Eva. Eva, what do you think we should do?
We should go on the map where it says they think best guess he is. That was one of the options, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the options are you go this way or that way. Like, best guess, he's right here. You go left through the maze of the lost shit and matter eaters and God knows what else in this gray area, or you go this way, through the carnival entrance. There's a big thing that is labeled home, which is obviously why I'm pushing for that, because it says home. Did somebody eventually get home? How is that home? And then through the tunnel that ends up back towards, once again, best guess where he's at. So you've got two options. It sounds like you're telling me either one helps us get home, right? If you go that way and get him, you will come back, right, and tell us how, show us the book that will get us home. Or maybe one of us will come with you. I don't know. Or we go this way and we figure out what it means by home here.
Listen, once we take care of this guy, we will find out how to get you home. We promise.
He's going to do another insight check on you. Mainly because he doesn't trust the thing you're freaking saying. And he's just as good. He's like, all right.
Oh my gosh.
This guy is on the level. All right. All right. You were going to take care of us, and I believe you, and I trust you. You tell me how you want to make it happen, and it sounds like you're going to take care of us. So,
Great.
Quite frankly, it's nice to not, have all the responsibility for once.
I'm going to start ritually casting commune, and I'm going to try and commune with the lever again.
All right, you do that. Uglut, we're going to go to you. Where are you going?
Grandma's house.
All right. Granny's. All right. You remember how to get there just fine. You're seen by people walking around, and kids are kind of like, they're not used to seeing an adult, right? So instead of being like standoff, they're just stopping and they're just staring, and you actually have like a couple of the younger ones almost like take steps closer to you, almost like in this reflex mode of like, oh, like this is an older bird. Like you get that a little bit as you walk around this kind of air of authority, but you are walking with a purpose. So you end up at the Lantern Fields, and Granny is not there, but you do see what you didn't see at first. At second glance, you do see kind of these curtains towards the right, leading to what you know not, but you assume she's in there. What do you do?
I go in the curtains.
Okay, you walk in. Granny is in there, and she is mixing up some potions. What you assume to be potions. She's got a little bowl, and she's grinding stuff, and she's muttering to herself. And you hear her, maybe a couple of souls here, a couple of souls there. Maybe he would bargain for that. If I could just get across, I could get back home. What do you do?
And you said when we went in there, we heard her talking about everybody's life has to end or whatever, and there were like green lights around.
Yeah, and what you now know is that these green lights are all souls. Of the
Yep.
vanished. Yes, correct.
Cool. I'm gonna say, I don't know if it's morning or evening. I'm gonna say morning.
She had no clue you were there. And you see like her hand. You see her. Well, roll a perception check. We'll see what you actually see.
Are the green lights in the room that she's in now?
Yes.
Okay. God, I can't roll for crap. 6.
Okay. You don't see anything.
But I heard her say something about souls and
Yes,
making a bargain.
You got all that. You heard that. You don't see anything that she was doing as you like startled her a little bit, and then she puts on, oh dearie, you scared me there. What snuck away from your group, did you? What can old Granny do for you?
And Ugluck's just kind of walking around the room, looking around a little bit and looking up at the lights, and he's gonna say, "Never seen lights like these."
Yes, quite beautiful, aren't they?
And he's gonna say, I guess they could be. I'm sure they have been more beautiful in the past.
Well, we all burn bright at some point, don't we? Some of us just happen to burn bright after we're gone.
I'm gonna say, it's strange. There's, everyone here is so young, but you're here, so old and frail. How did you get here?
Same as anyone else, I suppose. Got forgotten, got lost. Maybe I'm just a little less forgotten than anyone else here.
Couldn't help it over here when we came in the first time. It sounded like you lost a child, I guess pretty early. I mean, I guess any loss of life at this age would be considered early.
Well, it wasn't mine. So, I mean, it happens around here, They come to me and I protect them, and she'll point to the lanterns, and I take care of them, and, I do what I must. As any granny would.
Couldn't help but notice that the little one who was with us before seemed like something was wrong with his hand. Seemed like it was fading away.
Yes, well, they do that, don't they? The children. They vanish. They leave. It seems like you're beating around the bush, and you hear her voice kind of get stronger. Why don't you just come out and say what you're wanting to say?
And he's gonna continue to look up at the green lights that are right there. And he's going to say, I've got a special place in my heart for kids. Why don't you tell me exactly what it is that goes on around here and your role in it?
I tell you what. I'll answer that question if you'll answer one of mine. Deal?
We'll see.
Well, no, you answer first. That's how bargains are struck.
He'll say deal.
Okay. You want the Arch Mage. Your friend claims that it will help save us. Will getting the Arch Mage get these children home?
I'm going to say my friend is one of the wisest people I know. Once we get to the Archmage, I believe that he will be able to do what he says he can do.
All right. You see this like flash of disappointment come across her face. I believe you believe that. And I guess that's answer enough. As for what is it? What I do here? Is that what it is?
Yep.
I believe I do what's best for the kids. I believe I protect them. I believe I watch over them after they're gone. And then like a hint of maliciousness comes in her voice, and I believe I utilize or I give them purpose after they vanish.
And what purpose is that?
She'll wave her hand briefly, and the old granny that was there will transform into this like young, beautiful woman, and then turn back into an old granny. And you realize now that roll a give me a survival check. Almost like you're hunting.
Perfect. Love it. 21.
Okay. You realize now that you are talking to a hag as she transforms in front of you. These children need protecting, and I need keeping young. This magic comes at a cost, and she'll point to the souls around her. They keep me young. They keep me here. And I protect the ones that remain. Now, leave an old granny be.
Nogok's going to say, he's going to stand there for, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds, just staring at her. And he's going to say, I'll be seeing you again. And he's going to turn and leave.
Okay. She's just cackling as you walk away. With that, we're going to take a quick potty break for your DM. And then we're going to go back and figure out what the hell our group's going to do. We're going to zoom on back to our group sitting at the kitchen table with Jonas. He's waiting to hear what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts? We got two different ways to do it, or if you want to figure out a way to lure him here.
Oh, I was casting Commune.
Yes. What do you want to say?
Does it connect?
Roll a D100.
$21.
It does not.
I'm gonna say I don't know. Eva, pick a place on the map. We'll go there.
Why have I become the leader? Don't we have other people here that would like to put in their input?
Sigmund, we're trying to save you. Just
Yeah.
pick.
I made a suggestion, and then Eva said, let's pick a place on the map. So I was like, well, let's do that.
You pick. It's your life.
Have we seen the Archmage like ever?
That's
Like
an interesting question
Like a
because
picture?
Ivan knows what he looks like. Ugluck, would you have a description of the Archmage?
The Archmage looks like an asshole.
I wouldn't have like a physical description.
Well, if I do
just
this, I'm
know,
just basically just gonna like locate Ivan. So
Ivan would know what he. Ivan knows what he looks like.
what about the book? I guess the question I'm asking here is
there anything on him that you would know where it is?
that is familiar? Yeah.
Roll a history check and see if you've seen like pictures of the Book of Vile Darkness, Vecna's book.
Apparently, my history and perception are really good, which I've never used these
it's
things.
It's a high DC, I gotta tell you, because I mean, pretty much been obliterated from existence.
So 13 plus 7, so that's a 20.
So 20 is still not high enough to know what the Book of Vile Darkness looks like.
Hold on, let me see.
24 is a DC.
I don't think I can get there.
Yeah. Ivan knows what he looks like. The people around you have obviously seen him because he's been in. They could probably help you there.
Would that make it familiar? Would that make it familiar though, or the just description?
That's just the description. I think they'd have to. Well,
because that's the key word I'm looking for here.
I don't know. I would tell you that Ivan's pretty familiar with him. He could probably help you out with his like mannerism. He could probably give you a pretty good description. But the people around you, the kids, could not.
Ivan, can you cast sending?
I could.
Do you think you could like send a message to this guy?
Nope.
Oh.
Ivan.
Yeah.
Any way that you think you could help me out with finding something out about the Archmage, like anything he's wearing or what he looks like, anything like that? I know you have some info on him.
Yeah, he likes hats.
Top hats, baseball hats,
all hats.
I don't know. I just heard that this kid is saying this is the way to go. I think we should just go this way.
No. Don't put it on me. Listen,
Jonas,
because you guys are going to go.
Jonas,
you guys are going to do the. I mean, we're not really going to. I guess we could come with you if we're going the home way. Some of us are probably going to come with you. But if you're going the other way, I guess you're still gonna need some guide. So it's on us too. So we should really you're gonna need a guide to get to the edge of the map. Or I guess we could just give you this. But this is our only. We can copy it. Whatever.
I grabbed Jonas by the shirt and
It's not on me.
This man's gonna die, and if you don't hurry up with which way we should go, that's on you, Jonas.
Ivan, you literally just said that Sigmund's gonna die, but he literally asked you for help by sending the Archmage a message who you've said you've seen.
We're all going to die.
And you
Jonas
said no.
is getting depressed at this point. It's fine. We're all gonna die.
So you can't use that excuse if you're not willing to actually help.
You know what?
She's got it. Jonas looks down from your hand. She's got.
I mean, sometimes I'm smart.
You're right. I'm not willing to help. Ignorant. Choose a path.
That one. I don't look. I just stick my finger on the map and I say that one.
Okay, we're gonna do. Odds are through the maze and the Land of the Lost, and evens are through the Carnival backdoor route. If you know what I mean. Go ahead and roll a D. What do you want to roll? You can roll anything.
Doesn't matter.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a good old-fashioned D4?
Oh, oops.
While he's doing that, when Ugluck comes back in, he's kind of slips back in, and he's gonna nudge Eva, and kind of jerk his head back to say, "Hey, come here for a second."
One.
And we'll wait until.
All right. Jonas is like, Jonas looks down at your hand and sees that it's pointing towards the the maze, right? The land of the lost. He's like, all right, that's fine. We can make that work. You have a map. We can give you a map. You can get to the edge of our peripheral. There are matter eaters, and he'll like.
No, we're gonna go the other way.
Okay. Okay. The other way. We gotta. We just honestly, it's easier to get there. It's probably scarier to go through because no one's really ever gone through. But we can lead you there and then set you on your way. At this point now, I'm realizing it's probably better the other way. But all right, that's fine. Let's go.
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah, no, hold on a second. I gotta talk to people. Can you? He looks over at Ugluck and realizes Ugluck is like walking away. All right, I won't look at him. Can you guys let me go lead my people for just a little bit, and then we meet back at?
Yeah, we don't really need you anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I'm mainly worried about what you're gonna do to. That's fine. I trust you.
I'm gonna hold up for a high five from his like transparent arm side. He sticks it up for reflex, and he's like, "Is that a joke?" Yeah.
Okay.
I go,
You're an asshole. I'm just trying to do the best I can with these kids. Anyway, I have to go handle my stuff, my people. Let's reconvene at the Great Oak. You know where that is?
Yep.
Can you find your way back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In an hour.
Okay.
What a day. And he walks off, mumbling to himself about how he's either going to die or vanish in the next, day and a half. So it's all good to say.
I thought you said we didn't need him anymore.
We don't. I just like. I said whatever I thought would get him away from me the fastest.
Your DM likes Jonas, actually. I'm not sure why. Like any NPC I put in front of Sigmund, it is Jeff's job to just how can I irritate him and how can I not like him. Anyway.
All right, so there's no kids. It's just the party.
Just the party. You and Eva are off to the side.
Well, I'm gonna say, okay, never mind. I didn't know the kid was leaving. Everybody should probably hear this. Let's go back. And then he'll just walk back before anything. And he'll say, "We've got a problem here."
Yeah, the Arch Mage, we know.
That's true. But the old woman, she's a hag.
Oh, we can't be adding problems, Ugluck.
I know. But I also heard her before she realized I was in there. I just went and saw her, by the way. She was talking about just having to make a couple more. What did you say, Jeffrey? What did you say when I walked in? Was it sacrifices or was it like trades or
trades?
Souls, yeah.
Okay.
Trade.
All right. She also talked about having to just trade a few more souls. So I think, first off, I feel like I know she's sapping these kids' lives away and turning them into those little green lanterns, little balls in their room. But also think she is in contact with the Archmage.
You think they're working together?
Sure. Absolutely I do.
So what should we do?
See, Ugluck, I never thought of that, but yeah.
Well, we've got to kill her. I mean, we can go talk to her, but I just talked to her, and she pretty much owned up to killing
You said
kids.
she was trading souls? What kind of fucking weirdo would trade souls?
The worst kind. The lowest kind.
Your soul is everything.
Yep, never do it.
So, yeah, we've got that to deal with. He's going to look at Sigmund, and he's going to say, "I'm with you, and I'm here to help you however I can. But I can't leave these kids. I like this."
Can we just save Sigmund?
Let's.
Who cares about these goddamn kids? They're already dead.
Ugluck's gonna punch him right in the mouth.
was gonna say, Ivan, you don't get to say that anymore. You
Go
literally
ahead.
just said you
Roll.
don't
Give
want
me
to
an
help
attack roll.
Sigmund.
Give me an attack roll.
Oh, that's probably a 29. I think I get plus 10. Yeah, that's a 29.
That's gonna hit. Go ahead and
It's the
roll an
best
unarmed
roll
damage.
I've-
How much is the unarmed damage?
Let's see. What do I do unarmed? That's just six damage.
All right, 6
Total.
damage. Chris literally sent a meme, by the way, for our listeners in our group chat this week about how PvP is a thing in this party and how we all hate each other. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Ugluk has just punched Ivan in the mouth, and
after he hits him, he's gonna say, before he can strike back or whatever, he's gonna say, "I care about these kids, murderer."
You sure that wasn't me?
Ugluk, let's go save some kids. But you first, though. I'll walk after you.
At that, he's gonna look at Scarlet and he's gonna say, because he knows Sigmund's tendencies, he's gonna say, "If y'all need to go on and go ahead forward, I've missed the last little part. I'll catch up."
No, we can do both. This won't take.
He's not listening to Sigmund.
This won't take but a minute.
He's looking at Scarlet.
This is not going to take very long. Me and you, we could do this easily. Come on, let's go.
He's gonna look at Balar and Eva and say, "That's not the only problem. These kids trust this woman. If we just walk in there and kill her, then what? Do we need to talk to Jonas? Do we need to talk to someone first?" And Ugluk doesn't know. I mean, he's like, I'm ready to go. Like, we can go kill him, but what about this?
I didn't expect this extra layer of thought from you, Ugluk.
Maybe
Don't
you,
get used to
maybe
it.
you stay with them, Ugluk. Maybe you'll be their leader. You protect these kids after she's dead.
So what you're telling us is this lady is pretending to look out for these kids, but she's actually taking advantage of the kids and using them to extend her own life.
Yep. She's probably even drawing them here. Ugluk has no idea. He doesn't know. Sounds good though.
How nefarious.
Well, why don't we kill the Mad Hatter first and ask him after he's dead, obviously. Ask him if he's in cahoots with this old hag.
Why don't we go beat her to an inch of her life and get her to admit that she knows him and she can lead us directly to him? Then we kill her. Then we kill him.
Yes, but only in front of the kids before they know anything. That'll really scar them.
And Ugluk doesn't even he wants to hit Ivan again so bad, but he's not going to. He just shakes his head at this point and looks back towards Eva and Balar.
So Balar's going to say to Ugluk, sometimes you have to show the evil that is present. These kids may be young, but they'll understand. And we have to protect them, right? This is protection, getting rid of her. Even if we have to explain it to them later, we'll make them understand what we've done is for their better. But if she's killing kids, in Balar's best Ugluk voice, we gotta take her out.
Laura, you got something in your throat?
No, Eva. No, not at all. You look very nice today. And, just anything you need, I can help with. Let me know.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Ugluk's just gonna say one more time, and he doesn't have tears in his eyes, but he's looking at he's looking towards everyone, like anyone that'll help, and he's gonna say, "But they don't know, and they trust her. They took us to her."
they took us to their death, Ugluck. Letting her stay around is just killing more kids. If we can find the Arch Mage, we can get these kids out of here. But we have to do what we have to do first. And if she takes one more life, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, no, we're gonna kill her. I'm just saying, let's go talk to I can't remember his name. Jonas. Let's go talk to Jonas first and explain what's going on.
Oh, okay. Why don't we bring Jonas in with us, invisible, so that he can witness her, like confess or whatever, and then he'll know, and then he can tell the other kids.
Perfect. Let's do that.
That's the first good idea I've heard from you.
Oh,
Sigmund,
thanks.
in a long time.
Now,
Good to have you back.
Who can turn him invisible?
He's a little razor hand.
I can't too. I'm useful.
Ugluck will like take his cloak off and hold it out.
Is that from that Harry Potter movie you watched?
That story from your land. All right. The consensus is, if I'm understanding this correctly, you guys are on the way to find Jonas in order to turn him invisible and confront Granny Wilda is her name. Granny Wilda is her name. All right. You, the hour is up. You make your way towards the Great Oak, and you find Jonas there with.
I have a question.
Yes.
I think I can get a short rest in an hour.
Yeah, you can get a short rest in an hour. That was a short rest. Yeah, sure.
So I can redo my spell slots as a warlock.
Yeah.
Yes, as a warlock. Right. You make your way towards the Great Oak. You walk in the kind of the greeting room to find a group of 10 what you would consider to be older kids, right? I mean, they range from 15 to Jonas and the other, the girl you detected thoughts on, Sigmund, earlier, who's around 17. They're the two oldest, and they are outfitted for battle. They have like makeshift armor made from like planks of like wood, and like someone has like books chained together, and just like random assortments of stuff. Most of them carry like staffs. There's no real swords or weaponry. Jonas has an actual mace, but other than that, it's pretty makeshift. And they're geared up and ready to go as if they're heading to the carnival, and they're geared up as if they're walking in with you. You guys walk in. Who's going to talk to Jonas? I mean, that's what you walk into. What do you guys do?
I'll go up to Jonas, and I'll be like, all right, settle down. Come here.
What do you mean settle down?
Come here.
We're going home.
Come here.
Home.
Come here.
He's like panicking a little bit.
No, come
home.
Here. We will, but come here. We got to do something first.
As he's walking, he's going to lean into you, and he kind of looks back at the other people, and he's going to whisper so that only can hear. Do you know the worst thing you can do to a group? Give them false hope.
Oh, I was going to say, like, lead them into a volcano or...
I mean, I guess, but for this group, let's give them false hope.
Dude, we got to do like a 10-minute conversation, then we can go. It's all right.
All right. What do you want?
Now come here. And I'm going to start walking him towards Bilar, and I'm going to kind of give him a little pep talk. I'm like, Jonas, thanks for carrying the wheel. Thanks for all you've shown us. But this is how we feel. Now, come sit next to me, and we're going to pour yourself some tea that Granny made. Bilar?
I don't want to go to see Granny. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't like tea.
Listen, we're just going to need you to be quiet for just like 5 minutes. Bilar?
Jonas, we have something to show you. But you are a very important aspect to this situation that's going on. We have no other intention than freeing you, but there may be a shorter outcome to that if you just Stick with us and listen to what we say.
You're telling
You're not-
me you can get us home sooner.
There's a chance. If I need to
Okay,
roll a
just-
perception check, apparently my
I
perception
just-
check's really
I-
good if I need to roll one.
Just got done telling your friend how the worst thing you give us is false hope. So
I'm gonna just like grab him by the shoulder, and I'll be like, Jonas, listen. Something fucked up is going on with Granny, and we want you to see it so that you can be a witness for all the other children.
you see him like sag, like everyone knows there's something fucked up going on with Granny.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, that's what we're gonna. She told Ugluck.
But I also know. Whoa. Are you gonna protect us when? The
Yes,
Mad Hatter
we
comes
will
around?
protect you. Listen, we are here to save you from everybody. Cooperate.
Okay, you haven't been here. Granny is around to protect us from the Mad Hatter. You realize what you're asking me to do? You're asking me.
You don't have to do anything except watch
Great, let's go home.
and listen,
No,
Jonas.
I don't have to watch and listen. I know. The point is, everyone knows there's something fucked up going on with Granny. She's been here for fucking ever, and she doesn't give up shit.
But
The
what we
point-
do, what we have to do, you need to be the voice to these other children so
What
they
are
don't
you
revolt.
talking about?
Listen, if
I'm already the voice of the other children. I'm trying to tell you, she
A tickler.
protects us when that.
Ugluck's gonna kneel down and grab him by the shoulders and look him in the
It's
eyes.
weird because he's almost as tall as you.
There's no way. All right, well then he'll squat
He's-
down. He'll
he's-
squat down. He
all
won't
right,
take a
that's
knee,
fine.
he'll squat down. He'll
Yeah.
grab him by the shoulders and he'll look at
He's
him in the
5'8".
eyes. Yeah, that's little. So he'll kneel down and he'll grab him by the shoulders and he'll look him in the eye. And you said they're kind of wearing armor, and he'll kind of look at his armor and he'll kind of adjust it a little bit for him, and he'll look at his mace and he'll see that his grip probably isn't the best, and he'll adjust his grip and he'll say,
Feels very much a little bit like a dad right now, and so Jonas, like, he is holding it back, and he's trying not to, like. I mean, he's 7. He's like, I mean, he's almost a man, for God's sakes, but it's the first time that he can remember that he's ever had someone do this. He's always doing it to other people, and so you do see, like, he starts to tear up a little bit, and he sags, like, under this, like, it's just a weird feeling for him to have someone fix something for him as opposed to the other way around. And it's the first time. Imagine feeling taken care of for the first time. That's like it's a weird feeling, and it's kind of taking a toll on him.
and then after he gets done adjusting everything, he's going to look him in the eye. He's going to say, "You've done a great job." He's going to say, "But I know what it's like to be alone. I know what it's like to be afraid. I know what it's like to need to know answers. We are here to help you." And he's gonna hold out his hand. He's gonna stand up and hold out his hand to him, like to shake his hand. And he's going to say, and he's gonna look intently at him, and he's gonna say, "Please, let me help you.
He's
You
gonna
don't
take a
have
deep.
to do this on your own."
He's gonna take a deep breath. You realize, and he stops shouting. He's like, he's done with his hysteria. You realize that she is the only thing protecting us from the one you call the Arch Mage.
And he's gonna put a hand on his shoulder, and he's gonna say, "Not anymore."
He will reach out his faded hand, and you feel it kind of grasp your hand, something real, and you see it solidify ever slightly, like gain color a little bit. I need you to roll a D10.
D10. What did I do with my other one? Oh no, I lost the dice. Okay. Is this a 10 or is this an 8? Oh no. All right, here's a 10. Oh, that's a 2.
Okay. Doesn't gain a ton of color, but it does gain some color as he has a connection with someone, at least in his mind, from the other realm that will remember him. And he gains a little bit of himself back. and he grabs your hand, and he just nods, and he turns around. Everyone, wait here. We'll be right back. And the rest of the group, I mean, on command, they all kind of like kneel down and like start, pointing at their tips of their spears and doing whatever random shit they do. All right, you guys are off to Granny's, right?
Yeah. Blar, dap him up.
Is he still coming with us?
Yeah, he's walking with you. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn around and talk to him and just say, I'm gonna do something to put you in this room, but she's not gonna be able to see you. Is that okay?
I mean, yeah, fuck it. Let's go. He's like walking by Uglock. He's like, we're in it this far.
All right.
Wait, what are you gonna do to me? Like,
just touch you, just turn you invisible. It only lasts for.
Listen, I get it, but I'm the leader. I'm strong. I'm the oldest one. It's all right, man. I'm not 18 yet. Just calm down. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. All right, go ahead.
Weird. I don't like that.
Listen, you got to find enjoyment every now and then, man. Come
weird.
on. We're living in a fucking void.
I'll ask him.
Yeah, you should.
If you want to go as you are and
do have my permission to touch me.
And see what we're about to do, I want to give you that say. If not, then you can be there, but don't have to be seen.
Well, all right, hold on. As you're like on the way, he's gonna stop you guys. Like, is your plan to like go in and talk with her and get her to convince her to say something because I'm not there that she would say otherwise, or like I know it's fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm at this point. Like, if you want to go and confront her and just be done with it, I'm okay with that too. I know she's taking advantage of us. I think it's
sweet,
a mutual beneficial thing.
Yeah. Let's do
I
it.
think that she's benefiting us right now. It's a lesser of two evils. So if you guys are telling me you guys are going to take care of it, and us, which I believe,
Eva,
I don't need to be invisible. I'm just going to join you.
Eva, can't you just like light her tent on fire?
Do you think that would bother someone who appears to be a very strong magical user?
I mean, we could see. We don't know.
So what's his does he have an ACJ?
Who?
Jonas.
Yeah, Jonas's AC is 14.
All right, I'm gonna touch him and cast Bark Skin on him.
Okay.
How
say,
an hour.
Okay. Yep.
I'm going.
What is I'm sorry, Bark Skin plus 2?
6. It raises minimum of 16.
16. Okay. I'll look up Bark Skin to make sure that.
I'm gonna cast an emboldening bond on Sigmund, Ugluck, Scarlet, Eva, and Balar.
I didn't write that down, so hopefully
I
somebody
got it.
did.
I wrote it down.
Thank you.
Ugluck's gonna say in the travels and in the walks, he's gonna look at Eva and he's gonna say, we really need to make him invisible. There's too much conflict that could arise if she sees him.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Jonas is like pausing. I'm fine. I trust you guys, and he keeps like glancing at Uglock and like reaffirming he trusts you guys. I want you guys to know she's been here a long time. She is extremely intelligent, from what I can gather.
Uglock's gonna say, so am I.
He's gonna nod like he believes you. He's like, all right, okay. I trust you. I know that you are. I guess my point is this. From what we gather, she predates. We don't know. We can't get past her. Physically. We don't know what's beyond her or what she may have there. So I don't know what you're walking into, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We all know, or at least the the people who are in power here understand that her protection comes at a price. We understand that the Banished pay that price. Up until now, we didn't have another choice. So if you are telling us that you are going to go and take care of her, know this. The souls that she is responsible for then become our, and he's going to include himself, like they become our problem. Because the souls that are not there, have you ever heard of the Unbound? There are souls wandering free that will manipulate and take control of any physical matter being they can. And that is what souls around here do. I've seen it, that are not bound by Granny. So just know, I don't know if her magic is going to continue or not continue. I don't know if they're even people anymore, or if we just let them go. I don't know. I mean, that's a moral question that you guys have to decide. But I just wanted you to be aware of what we're walking into.
That sounds like a future problem.
Would you rather her take more souls? Would you rather her take your soul?
I'd rather no. Like I said, I would die before I went in there, and I guess that's my answer. I would rather everyone die before they enter Granny's Lantern field. So that's a fair point. Let's just end it. If you guys are going to take care of the Mad Hatter, let's end it.
That's the plan.
Is somebody touching me?
I touch him.
Okay. Oh, don't tickle. Foosh, he's
now it's funny when you don't do it.
Yeah, well, it's a cute little girl. So what are you gonna do? All right. He's invisible. What are you guys doing?
On to Granny.
Okay. You walk. You pass plenty of kids, and it's interesting because you left pretty much every authority figure there back at the Great Oak, and you guys are strutting along with a purpose. Once again, spreading the field. There's roughly 250 kids in this place, and a couple of them are stopping and looking at you, and you get to the Lantern Fields, and you walk in, and the first part of the Lantern Fields is simply that. It is a giant field of hundreds, if not thousands, of lanterns. It looks like almost like, once again, the night sky with stars in it. And then you walk deeper in, and the ceiling begins to close in. Excuse me. The ceiling begins to close in, and you head towards the stone pillar, and she's not there. You see the folds of the what do you call it? The curtain with her door. Do you guys enter?
I do.
Okay. Oh, look, you burst in. Foosh. She is there. She holds up a giant green lantern in front of her, and she smiles. I thought I'd be seeing you.
Why? Because I said it.
And that's where we'll end it tonight. We'll pick up there next week to see how the battle of Granny goes.
Regular Sherlock here.